let's continue. Hopefully, the micromanaging won't be too bad, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna just suck at this for the rest of this game. And I'm just gonna have to slog through the,
I'm here.
Okay, I think I can stop stealthing now. Maybe, I hope. Oh, what's that? Who dat?
Hail, Estramore.
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. Another fugitive from the burning city. The 6 tribes of Irglenfath welcome you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into the other districts. Those are forbidden to Estramere. What can you tell me about the Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glenfathans, as it is the place where our ancestors first encountered the Builders. That fated meeting turned our people from generations of wandering to a permanent home among the Builders' relics. When the Builders commanded us to settle here, they allowed us the unique privilege to live among their structures here. It is the only place in Eir Glenfath where this is permitted. The sacred city is divided into 4 districts: Hearthsong, the Commons District, Oldsong, the site of our temples, Elms Reach. Hello, Le'Evil. I don't know. This is I'm doing the next part here. I was reading. Hold on. Home of Delamgan and Druids, and the Burial Isle, which is the most sacred place in the city. Okay, I'm doing. I made most of the side missions. I think there was maybe like 1 or 2 before I finished Act 2, but I did all the important ones, or at least the ones that I could do, because there's some from like companions that I haven't been able to continue with. So like those, like I can't do Pellegrinia until I get to Twin Elms, because that's the next step in hers. But I was able to finish like Idir's and Aloth's, and I think Kana's. So those 3 I definitely got. Grieving Mother hasn't given me any indication, and I think Durance has I've only gotten up to a certain point with Durance as well. And then the others, I haven't had them in my party long enough to be able to focus on them. Like the druid, whose name escapes me, or crap. Oh, I would love to be able to keep taking what is it? I want to say Sangria, but that's not it. Sanagri, but the other ranger, I'd love to take her too, but sadly I'm a ranger, so I don't want to double up on classes. Okay, let's tell me about Hearthsong. This is Hearthsong. It is a place where Glenfathans and Estramere may gather together. It is also the site of the Passage of the Six, where our tribal leaders, the Anamfatha, meet. He points to a large round building at the other end of the district. That way is the market. Guard your purse there. No one bargains like a Glenfathan. And if you need a place to stay, follow the fence to the east. There you will find the way to the Celestial Sapling, which temples lie in Oldsong. There is Noonfrost, which is dedicated to Remirgand. A group of pale elves from the frozen Southlands arrived not too long ago to oversee it. There's also the Nest, a temple of Hylai, and Galawain's Maw, a den of beasts dedicated to the hunter god. The route to the Burial Isle also lies that way. Tell me about Elms Reach. There lies Tiers Evron, one of the only towers of the Builders still in perfect condition. 2 great elm trees twine around it, and even the mightiest works of the gods protect the works of the Builders. 2 Delamgan sisters dwell there now. The Hall of Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has it that Anamfath Simok of 3 Tusks Stelgar is still there now. Jeez. Terms. I can't get past. I don't even know like the what's under Caed Nua, because I just got to the point where it was the vampire, and the vampire handed my butt to me. So I will have to level up or something before I go back and try to get to the master below. Elms Reach is also where the druids keep their halls. There are Oviates of the Golden Grove and the Ithek Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder at the brutal sacrifices of Ithek Knoll, but High Ovate Iran is just as powerful in her own way. That's great. None of these words mean anything to me. Do you know anything about the Burial Isle? It is the place where our Anamthatha are laid to rest among stones placed by the builders. They say the souls of some of the linger there. The way lies through Old Song. It is the holiest place in all of Twin Elms. That's all I wanted to know. Something else you wish to hear? Why is it forbidden to enter the remaining districts of Twin Elms? Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders and is the only place in all of Ir Glenfath where it is permitted to set foot among these sacred places. The Estramoran, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly the image fades. A leader of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only an Anamanthath Bethel is present in the Passage of the Six today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. Other questions? I haven't heard of the Keepers of the Stone. Yeah, sure, when I get to the end of this. The oldest of the six tribes, he points to the tip of his sword at the long hut behind him, up the stairs and into the Passage of the Six. It's where Anatha gather. Bethwell, Go the Compass can tell you more. Who are the builders? You know them as the Enwithians. To us, they are the builders, creators of the sacred places that we guard today. I'll keep your words in mind. Best that you keep your visit brief. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Well, that's interesting, so now I can go back. Assassin at large. Oh, okay, so I'm looking for signs of him. What you looking for? I wonder. Can't enchant it anymore? Nope. Potions. Oh yeah, I don't understand how the potions work. Like I'm really bad at potions actually. Like what can I make? Yeah, I keep grabbing stuff and not making anything with it. What do we got here? Interesting. Thanks for reminding me that potions are actually a thing. Oh, this is just an endurance restore. Okay, I like that. That sounds good. It's funny because I'm always in the mode of like, if I have a potion or something like that, like I never use them, mostly because like I'm just so like I'm like, no, I don't have enough, because I guess it's this really this catch-22 of, if I use them, that means I'm gonna start depending on them, and once they run out, then I'm screwed. And it's like, I like this because I'm probably gonna use that for her and Aloth. Let's see. For a minute, I think my tank's gonna need that. So is what's her name too? Pellegrina. I want to give that to where'd they go? What does he have? He's got, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna guess they went in here. Yeah, okay. I want to split them though. I don't want all 5 to be going to. How do you split a stack? Oh, I think I'm in the second to last portion. I'm going to Twin Elms basically.
The Glenfathans. Such beautiful cities they have woven with nature.
But like, yeah, I'm in Hearthsong right now, so I'm over here. Ah, why is it doing that? Yeah, there's like so much inventory. All the inventory. Alright. Is there a tribe woman? I assure you, they saw the man break into Tir Evron. An Orlan dressed in thick furs appears immersed in conversation. He locks his hands together to emphasize his point. I speak true, he commanded strange powers, they claim. An elven woman lifts her eyes from her furry companion and nods in your direction. Another foreigner. Did he look like this one?
Builder's wisdom to you.
What is it, Estermore? Tell me about the man. A strange man, a foreigner, broke into Tir Evron, a tower under the giant elms. Estermore cannot walk the grounds of Elm's Reach. Why was he allowed to pass? This one was unseen. He wielded a strange power we now know. Alright, I know what Tir... I already know what it is. Yes. Yes, the tower stands strong. Said the gods live in Tir Evron? How is that possible? The mysteries of our ancestors are not for every foreigner to understand. In Twin Elms, in the temples of the builders, the gods commune with us. Be sated in knowing this truth. Oh, well, okay. That's all I need to know about finding out about butt monks. Hunters and all that stuff. What's over here? Deer cap. I'm not gonna steal nothing. Hearthon Market. Yeah, let's go find out what's in the market. Why not?
Hail, Estremor.
This tall woman is clad in furred hides. She settles a sharp, dark-eyed gaze on you. I hold here the best hides in Ernglen Foth, hides so thick the Stelgar cannot claw through. Boots so supple they will smother the sound of your steps. What's your trade? I bear it on my skin. I sell hides from every one of Galawain's beasts. Estermorn come from every village to see them and know us for great hunters. Every hide bears the tale of a great hunt. Our traders bear them in turn every corner of our lands. May I see your wares? And here, look upon the bounty our hunters have raised. Exceptional hide. Ooh. And lots of traps. Let's see what I must sell to this lady. Everything. inventory. And a new belt. What does that do? 3 might. Okay, that's going to my warrior. Okay, are there any books in here I have 1,000,000 of? Oh, I'm missing part 3.
Hail, Estramore.
This thick-framed woman smells broadly as you approach. Ah, I see that you heard it. Good blade has a voice, and it sings to its wielder. A weapon calls you forward. Like my weapon's silent, actually. Perhaps a bow, then. You can fell a boar from 100 paces with one of them. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me see yours. Ooh, an exceptional hunting bow. Wanted to look at it, dang it. Compare it. Yeah, I've only got to find. Yeah, I can spend money on that. Training, what does that do? Oh! You know, I think that would be a great thing for him. Resolution. I like this damage restored his endurance. I think I'm gonna get it. All that money I just spent, or just from selling all my crap. Totally spending it on this guy. Because why not? Oh, what's this? It looks like a very silly hat. Cool, but very silly. Anything to offset the ridiculous cost? Sell all this armor. Offsets it by like 1,000, yeah, okay. Some of these hats are kind of funny. Don't think I can use these. Okay, I'm definitely not going to be using these traps. Alright, and I gotta keep my ingredients, so that works. Okay, I have a new bow. It's pretty. And you have a new club. Totally gonna save that just in case.
Estremor,
Let's see what you got. You got food. Oh, but you have camping supplies, which is what I need. Udis.
Hail, Estremor.
An old elven woman clothed in thick robes beckons you to approach. Welcome, foreigner, welcome. Her forearms splotched by green and blue stains wiggle out of her hanging sleeves like caterpillars out of ripe fruits. I've got what you seek, always. Come see. Between bows and smiles, she points at a little girl beside the herbalist's store. We're here to help you, foreigner. Yes, we are. The Fisher Crane tribe serves your people. Ungans, potions, tinctures. She makes a sprawling gesture at the collection of pots, bottles, and herbs that lies behind her. If you seek it, I have it, always. What you got? Stuff. Lots of stuff. Okay. Who's this?
Builder's wisdom to you.
This guy has guns. Okay, cool. No quests in here, just shops. Thought there might be like some quests or something like that. Maybe just a little bit, but no. Apparently not. Tabby cat snaps out of its placid stupor as you approach. It opens its eyes wide, following you every step before trotting to your side to rub against your legs. Apparently I now have a tabby cat. That's weird. Okay. Oh, Pumpkin is a Kickstarter. Steven. Spread across a lumpy pallet of straw, the hide blankets are surprisingly soft. And what's this? Why won't you? There we go. The dried herbs crunch between your fingers, giving off a soft, sweet floral aroma. Alright, I guess nothing in here. The guard places his spear between you and the path that leads beyond the gates. Still, Estremor, the rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Anbathma. Trespassing in Twin Elms is punishable by death. Okay. Wasn't going that way, but okay. What are you watching? What are you watching? Ah, okay. Alright, let's see here. Seeds and husks have been scattered across the floor. Who you.
Hail, Estremor.
Welcome to my home, Estremor. I am Lency, healer and guide. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. The locals have called me a wise woman, a term of respect, I'm sure, but it makes me feel my ears. I'm an herbalist and a healer. I spend most of my time caring for the ill, helping with the delivery of children, and making remedies for those in pain. You are what? I like your songbird. Does it have a name? Well, he does, but I ought not to have let my friend's daughter name him. The name is long and rather silly. The short version is Beaker. Next bird I have will be named something, and will be named after an Fatma. Okay, I'm gonna go. Edge of the shelf is daubed with bird lime. Okay, so none of that helps. Nope, here we go. What's this? Despite its apparently crude construction, the angles of the sod roof are perfectly symmetrical. It hums and vibrates with the activity of something. Activity within. Okay. Oh, nope, that's the rest of the city. I don't want to go that way. Walk away. Okay. You've got a very tight spot that you can be in here. Jesus. Stones have been worn smooth by centuries of wind and rain. That requires a key. Water is cool and crisp. They're woody and noble. I wonder what that person has to say. Ah, okay. She'll pay, that witch she'll, fuming with anger and pacing in tiny circles. The Valayan merchant aims his wild rant at you as you approach. You there! Have you come here to trade with the savages? Learn from my example and take your business elsewhere. Spittle accents his every sentence. Liars, cheats, swindlers. That duplicitous bitch, Aliri. She claimed to be selling a lard Galah flower buds, but all I have now is 6 bushels of common houseplants. The herbs are useless. He throws a handful of dried plants to the ground, stomping on the brittle stems and leaves, kicking up pungent, savory scents. I'll get my money back from that swindling savage. What the heck is he talking about? His Renado's rage abates for a moment, and his face twists into a nervous smile. Allard Galah is a plant that grows in the jungles of Erin Glenfath. He clears his throat, lowering his voice. When dried and consumed or brewed into tea, it's known to enhance one's drive for the better pleasures in life. Oh, okay, so it's Viagra. You tested the remedy on yourself. Well, Renato fidgets and plays his hand smoothing the creases in his tunic. How can I sell a remedy I am not tested? Of course I tried the herb. Imagine what would happen if I peddled this pale imitation. Oh, Renato. Renato clears his throat, his voice grows quiet. The herb did not have its intended effect. The only thing it made hard was not vomiting. Oh, gross. Would you say when you can render nothing of substance, he quickly mutters. She defended herself, of course, saying the herbs were legitimate. Why wouldn't she lie? No one would value my word over hers. He spits on the ground. Alari can lie with impunity when surrounded by her gangs of savage thugs. What do you tend to do? When I get my hands on his... Renato halts his sentence, his eyes darting about nearby Glenfathan guards. I'm in the savage's home court, so it's my word against hers. Where does that leave me? I'd be a fool to threaten her here on tribal soil. He sighs, pressing on his temples. I cannot sell this worthless herb to recover my coin, and I am powerless to confront Olari. I don't suppose, he looks at you, sizing you up. If you were willing to mediate, perhaps you could succeed where I failed. I would, of course, pay you handsomely for your troubles. I'll see what I can do. Maybe. The name of the quest is Hard Bargain. Oh my god.
Well met, friend.
What do you have for sale? I'm destitute, but have few and have but a few meager offerings left to sell. How dreadfully embarrassing. If I can recover my investment from Alari, I'll have funds to resupply my stores. Until then, you're welcome to take a look at what I still have in stock. Okay. Wow, this tabby cat's fat. I love it. Okay. And hello, totes my goats. Which I absolutely love and adore that name. Alright. There's an ogre. And Derwidians and probably yep. Kickstarters. Who dat? Kickstarter. Unusual stone pulses with warmth. Ooh, a frightened villager. This man looks up sharply as you approach, eyes going wide. You're the one he's looking for. He sets down his wine. You killed Lord Raedric. Who was Raedric again? No, seriously, who? What if I did? No, you don't understand. It didn't work. I'm one of the guards at the keep. Was one of the guards. He killed most of them, the ones you didn't. The keep. Who was Raedric? Kolsk. He didn't last very long. Nothing but empty air. Him. Nice enough to work for, I mean, much nicer, but that didn't help him when Raedric came back. God, it's the screaming. Wait, this was in Gilded Vale? His eyes, it was like he was burning inside. He says he's come back to lead us like before, says he's going to kill you for what you've done. I told him I'd find you, give you his challenge, do it all honorable, that sort of thing. He let me go, and I kept running as far as my coin let me. Funny me running into you anyhow. Suppose you have some kind of trap here. Who, me, the poor fools Raedric threw off the ramparts? I haven't got a thing to do with him. I'm begging your pardon, but I'd rather keep as far from you as I can manage. Just going to sit here and drink until I don't remember a thing. I wish you all the luck in the world, friend. There's something awful in that keep howling after your blood. Huh. Okay, Haggard.
Hail and well met.
Hey, Rafe. How are you? A middle-aged elven man stands behind the counter of the inn. He has a warm, open face and smiles pleasantly in greeting as you approach. Welcome, welcome. I'm always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you'd like, my friend. It seems to me you've walked a long road. All are welcome here, and those with interesting stories most welcome of all. Tell me about the place. Of course, Elethrin's face brightens. I founded the inn many years ago, but in many ways its tale begins much earlier. It was while I was returning from a long journey south that I first heard the story of the tree upon which this inn rests. Sleepy, yes. Sleepy, totally. I get that. Hundreds of years ago, a strange event occurred. The sky was troubled that night with many stars falling across the sky, and one of those same stars began to plummet instead towards Eora. It fell here, striking a young tree and burying itself within it like a fiery heart. But the tree survived, and over the years it grew and grew and grew, twice as big as its fellows in half the time, until it reached the size you see now and grew no more. Hearing the tale, I knew I must find the truth, and you see it there. He gestures towards this large stone in the center of the room. Around the tree's heart, I built this inn to welcome all travelers who might look upon it. Always glad to see a new face. Take a seat where you like, my friend. It seems you walked a long road. All welcome here. Okay, there you go. Who are you? My name is Elethrin. They call me Haggard Shoes for all the walking I used to do and all the boots I wore down. But those days are well behind me. My eyes have seen a great deal, and now my ears get their fill from the travelers who come through here. Alright. I'd like a room. Something with a nice view, yes. Might, Constitution, and Resolve. I like that one. Yeah, sorry about the not getting back to email stuff. I think I sent one tonight, though. I'm really bad at email sometimes. Man. adventures here in Pillars have a moment? I would like a word with you. Oh,
Hello.
Siwyneth. Oh, wait. Gwyneth. Maybe the C's silent. A slender woman in dusty leathers locks eyes with you. It's good to see someone from more civilized lands around here. Her unkempt hair sprouts in wavy black tufts. Despite the fine features that sculpt her face, a cleft chin completes her boyish appearance. I'm learning firsthand that many shortcomings of Glenfathan hospitality. Her gloved hands come to rest on the pommel of a long estoc cinched low in her hip. I can almost forgive the hostility towards outsiders, but the temperate taverns and these watered-down drinks, inexcusable. I hope I don't seem too forward, but I need to help my friends, and you look like the right person for the job, i.e. look like a patsy. Which is to say you're not Glenfathan, making you the closest thing I've got to an ally in this paranoid land. An ally as well, they help each other, don't they? Do they not? Who are you? Pats the dust off her leggings and gives you an exaggerated curtsy. Where did I leave my ambassadorial manners? I'm Smith. Pleased to meet you. Smith of who? For the time being, I'm just another Estremar, minding her own business. What help do you need? My friends have drawn some unwanted attention. Gwyneth looks both sides, scanning for uninvited listeners, Glenfathan scouts, and not just any mob of local zealots, the Fangs. She pauses to let the name settle in the air. The Fangs are a brutal, relentless bunch, eager to make an example of troublesome outsiders. As for why I need your help, I need someone to warn the expedition that trouble is coming, and I need someone ready to fight if it comes to that. With any luck, we'll reach my friends before the Fangs do, but if not, the Fangs have a reputation to uphold, so this might require spilling blood. Why are you with the rest of your friends? Why not war them yourself? It was my turn to handle far patrol. I spotted the Fangs on my trek back to camp. I knew that rejoining the main group would risk leading the enemy right back to the expedition. I know the woods, and I know how to stay quiet, but I didn't want to stake my friends' lives on my ability to sneak past expert hunters like the Fangs. If they noticed me, warning my friends we'd have been in a run. But if they notice me and some reinforcements, like say you, well, at least we can scare them off or put up a good fight. What did your friends do to draw the expedition? Yeah, the Fangs. Just setting foot in Glenfathan is a good way to offend the tribes. I don't know how they picked up our trail. I suspect one of our newer scouts didn't cover his tracks well enough. When I spotted the Fangs, they were retracing a path that had been taken days before. Tell me about your expedition. I'd like to think we're on a mission of reclamation. It is said that our armies left behind many valuables in their hasty retreat from Glenfathan, the end of the War of Black Trees. So the way I see it, we're simply gathering up what our ancestors left behind. I doubt the Glenfathans agree with me on this. You are really trying to lay on the charm here, Cheekity. My expedition sent out from Defiance Bay, heading directly east across into Glenfathan lands. I split off once we arrived at the Bale, the natural frontier between our nations. The plan was for me to keep my eyes on the Glenfathans while the main group scoured the target area. For days we eluded them, but the Fangs got wise to our presence. My local customs are criminals. You'll forgive me if I'm not sympathetic with face painters and their barbaric laws. I'm not pretending that what we're doing is normal. Oh, sorry. That what we're doing is normal. I just don't believe trespassing is a crime that warrants execution. I don't want to help you because you're a fop, but at the same time, I need XP, so I guess I'll help warn the expedition. He smiles an overt display of dimples. Excellent, I knew I could count on you. This is such a trap. This is how you rob people here. That's what you're doing. Assuming the Fangs didn't already get them, my friends should now be at or around the Pilgrim's Trail in the North Weald. The plan was to camp along the trail leading to a temple of the Halai. Find my comrades, warn them the Fangs are coming, and help them clear out of the forest. I'll head out first on my own to see if I can't lead the Fangs astray and buy us some time. She pulls her estoc a few inches out of its scabbard and cracks a smile. If the gods smile on us, we won't have to draw steel. Should it come to that, I'm glad you're on our side. The mercy of the tribes. I get the feeling these are Kickstarters. Nope. They just don't care. What's up here? A monk.
Hail, traveler!
The monk massages his temples, his face buried in his palm. As you approach, he looks up. This room needs a proper door. My brothers and I rented this space. That way we may have some measure of privacy in this foreign land. Perhaps you could find another room here in the inn? Brings your order to this place. We travel where the teachings take us. Not that it's any of your business. Who are you? Briefly opening his mouth to answer, the monk swallows his words. He looks you up and down, carefully choosing his response. My brothers and I are having a private discussion in a room we rented for our use. Please, there is a tavern full of people who would provide you with the better you seek. Well, well. What about this guy? Somebody's cranky. Okay, well that's a home. I can't go there. I can't go there. That's a home. Can't go there. That's a home. And that was the market. Okay, so I somehow missed the passage of the Six when I first went by. Apparently I'm talented. Split arrows. The Thray. Tusk Stager. Who's this guy? Crows. Nope. The Fisher Crane. Stone Bramble. Gilded Compass. Keeper of the Stone.
Wait. I don't know if I should go through with this. Make the trade deal with the Anamenfath.
It's normal difficulty, so this is my first time playing this game, so I'm just got into Act 3. Amsel.
If a Valiant deal with the Glanfathens weakens the Deerwood, it could mean war for the Republics in the future.
Another option you have?
I could put the idea in the Anamenfath's head that the Republics are not interested in exclusive trade, but limited trade of goods that they do not already trade with the Deerwoodens.
Follow your heart. What's that say? The dragon skull is brown with age and polished stone. Cool.
Another Estramore. What do you want?
I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
And something happened. More than I care to think about?
Looters have grown bolder at the sites of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the 3 Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. The Anamenfath continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers
Adam.
the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shimak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today. he would not be so kind as I.
Ferwalt. A vision of an Orlan man appears near Bethwal. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with him, he points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shape of 5 other Anathana, other Orlan with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orlan, and 2 elves. Okay, he looks just like you. Scowl creases around face. Is your idea of a joke? Your kind have no sense of subtlety. The spectral Orlan takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry and Mithvah winces. War. The spectral Orlan's voice is a rasping croak. They are headed for war. Remind them of Ferwalt's warning. Ferwalt's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the Amenfoth. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The Builder's souls have touched even the Estramoran.
You'd better explain yourself.
Oh, nice. There are other souls in this place and in you. You must listen to them. Listen to what? Right now my ears hear only your nonsense. Builder's souls have touched even the Estramoran.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galuth on Anums, a watcher of souls.
Who was Ferald? She looks sadly down at the flagstone, someone we should have listened to long ago.
Ferald's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Ferald, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfoth of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the Builder's monuments, Ferald urged the other Anamfotha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed. Ferald believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the Builders as we do. He also believed the Builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
Too many gifts. Too many gifts. After 2 wars with the Deerwood, his warning is more relevant than ever. At least you don't have the Hull War to deal with. Maybe you're better off than you thought. Perhaps the problem is that you weren't firm enough. What do you mean?
While Ferald's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Adra cube flashes into your mind. This is the second time I've seen this. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. The Amenfoth turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. So give them something else to remember. I'm afraid I already have.
Another Estramor came through here a few days ago and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estramoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
Sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estramoran to protect the ancient places that the Builders left behind. The Builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it. On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
You again see the polished Adric cornerstone in your mind. This time the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
What do they mean? They mean that Ferwald's words may indeed be true.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guided compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
In the meantime, I shall be here to assist you. What are the 6 tribes? Glenfathan society is divided into tribes which are further divided into clans. Each tribe is united by a particular history or way of life, and clans are communities of families that live together. In truth, there are more than 6 tribes, but the 6 largest have traditionally led the others. Each of the 6 has a seat here in the Passage of the Six, where we discuss matters of common interest. You saw, for instance, the debate that occurred before the Broken Stone War. 6 tribes are the Keepers of the Stone, Fisher Crane, Three Tusk, Stone Bramble, Twice Split, and of course the Guided Compass. Stone, they are the first and oldest of the tribes. When they first sailed to Glenfathan, they met the builders who gave them the cornerstone, and those words you quoted as a token of friendship. Many look to the Keepers for guidance and leadership. Their long history grants them a place of honor in our society, though it has also made them more conservative in my observance. Fisher Crane, a mostly Orlan tribe from the Danebog. Most of the sites they guard are half buried in the wetlands, and even the other tribes couldn't tell you where they are. They are not the most renowned of tribes, but they are the cleverest and subtlest. Say what you will about the berserkers of Three Tusks Stelgar, I'd rather face them than the Fisher Crane ambush squad any day. They're named after a long-necked bird that lives in the bog. It can stand motionless for hours waiting for a muck frog or a spotted salamander, but when it strikes, it's faster than anything. Three Tusk. Same as everybody. They're fearless, maniacs, and they want everyone to know it. They're considered a wild bunch, even among the Glenfathans. Many of their territories have seen the most conflict with the Estramarn, and they don't forget it. They don't want anyone else to either. They inflicted and bore some of the heaviest casualties in the wars with the Estramarn. In fact, there was a rift within Three Tusks Stelgar. After the War of Black Trees, dozens of clans broke away from the ravaged lands and retreated further into the Deerwood, joining whichever tribes would take them. Broken Tusks, some call them. The majority of the tribe dug into the half-buried forest to hold the line, and many respect them for it. They've more than earned their place among the 6, but advocate more conflict than is wise. Too many others are quick to idolize them for their valor in battle. Stone Bramble, mostly dwarves out of the White Marsh. They're one of the younger tribes formed over the years by trade routes between the wilds and the mountains. They see themselves as genuinely Glenfathan, though, and who can argue with them? Only Fisher Crane defends sites in such inhospitable territory. Personally, though, I'd say it's gone to their heads. They like to think the rest of us have it easy in the lowlands, forgetting that the wars with the Estramarn never reached their mountains. Still, they came out to our aid during both. They're named for a tough, thorny little plant that grows up in the mountains. It suits them. Twice Split. Not many are. They're traditionally outcasts and exiles from other tribes. Probably the least respected tribe of them all, but our ancestors believed they should have a voice, and so they've got a seat among the 6. Most of the other tribes see them as scavengers and bottom feeders, but don't say that to a Twice Split arrow. They think themselves survivors, and they're as proud of their tribe as anyone else. They'll accept anyone, and I suppose there's virtue in that. You never know what you're getting with them, though. Some clans will rob you blind, and others will slaughter a lamb for the honor of your visit. Guided Compass. Yes, indeed. We're one of the younger tribes, and not one of the most prestigious. We've tried to keep the peace with the Estramarn, which has earned us the reputation of appeasers among some of our hardline brethren in the Three Tusks Stelgar and the Keepers of the Stone. We value our heritage as Glenfathans, but we recognize that the Estramarn are here to stay. The way we see it, we can better follow our mandate to protect the places of the builders by making peace with our neighbors. More about you. I'm the Enmenfath of the Guided Compass. Like many Enmenfatha, I have leadership in my blood. While tribal authority is not strictly hereditary, I believe that strong leaders can impart a portion of their soul to their children and grandchildren, meaning that Enmenfatha may succeed from a single line for many generations. She worries. Of course, with all that's happened here lately, I've wondered whether my family line is coming to an end with me. And then let's have Pellegrina. Pellegina. Yes, the Valayan godlike, blessed of the Helai. So they say. The face shows no outward emotion, but her voice betrays annoyance at Pellegrina's eruption. A diplomat of the Duke Bells. I understand you were to be sent here with trade assurance from your masters. Revered Anmonfath, it is true that I was chosen to convey these assurances, but understand that I was fashioned more for war than etiquette. In these dangerous times, perhaps it is better to send warriors to do diplomats' work. Indeed, Anmonfath, regarding the exclusive trade agreement. Nod head, smiling warmly. The Republics feel it would be in the best long-term interest of all parties if you maintained your traditional goods trades with the Deerwood. A strange turn. What do the Republics want then? Ta-Orndra Tara pearls. Trade will be picking up quickly on them in the Eastern Reach. You will buy them exclusively from us for the next 5 years. In exchange, we will be your exclusive market for Adraban and Karagolan for the same period. The Anmonfath considers Pellegina's words for several long moments. An interesting proposition, Valanian. We will send emissaries south to discuss the details at greater length. Your appearance here speaks well of your duke's intentions. Revered Anmonfath.
That's it. My position in the Brotherhood gone. I can't believe I just made up new trade terms to the Glanfath and Anamenfath. Postenago.
Nice.
Verus. They have a saying in Biajepe. New gold clears even the oldest debts. If I'm right, all will be forgiven. If not, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Okay, so that quest is now done. I wonder if Pellegina... Oh no! I've been robbed. Oh, I'm waiting on something. What's waiting? Okay, that'll be finished in a day. Okay, so that's been completed. I wonder if she'll have a follow-up sometime soon? Maybe? Nobody wants to talk to me. Okay, well now I have access to the rest of the city. So there's that. Oh, I'm sorry, you're bored, Roman. It's a little slow going right now. Okay. So I'm gonna guess... let's go to Old Song. Hey, I got permission. Do not try my patient, Estromar. You shall not pass without the permission of the Anmonfath. Yep. The guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. He turns to you again, his knuckles whitening around the shaft of his spear. Always too cozy with the Estromaran. Go then, and mind your step around the sacred stones. Woohoo! I'm in. I'll go to Old Song first, see what's up there. This?
Many blessings, traveler.
An Orlan woman stares at the sky with an air of deep contemplation. She occasionally puffs from a wooden pipe, blowing smoke into perfect rings. What stands before me? She wipes her lips with the back of her hand. Her teeth, uneven and pointy, are stained red. I do not see Estromaran often. She picks the remains of the ochre root stuck in her gums. And believe me, I see many things. Perhaps you would want to see them too? Okay, so she is a merchant. Alright, it's good to know.
loyal to a fault without a mind of their own, and a crack of your staff sends them whimpering. What better symbol for Gallowayne could there be?
What's this guy?
What brings you here?
Salutation, Estermore. I am known as Delim, chanter of Old Song. I trust you're enjoying the beauty of this sacred place. Are you the resident entertainer? I sing to entertain Old Song's visitors, but alas, the crowds have thinned to little more than a trickle. Chill wind from the Rigman's temple is driving people away. Now I sing, but nobody listens. My music is without purpose. But I know of a solution, a way for me to make my songs warm and passionate, countering Rigmaran's incessant chill. All I need are a few rare songbirds. I could eat them and absorb their musical energy. Whoa, okay. With all that kind of musical prowess in my soul, I could sing a song that could bring back the merry crowds. You want to eat the songbirds? I don't think it works that way. And lecturing you, eating the muscles of an animal makes you stronger, right? And if you consume green stalks, do you not take on their pungent smell even down to the water you pass? Just as one cannot sweat if one is parched, I cannot sing without a nourished soul. It's all very basic. Did your parents teach you nothing of the food dropping cycle? Oh my god. Spare me your reasoning, I'll help. Splendid! For my song, I'll be pitch perfect. I will need a tiam, a bird often found throughout twin elms, often in high trees, nests, but some have been domesticated. I'll also need a shardwing. Nest in the Audra formation suits their natural camouflage the best. Oh, and most importantly, if I plan on hitting those high notes, I'm going to need a cloud singer. Those little warblers can only be found in the highest mountain peaks. Many thanks, Sister Moore. Bring me these birds and I'll sing like Halael herself. Alright then. Who dis?
Builder's wisdom to you.
A very long time since an outsider sought passage to the burial isle. It's a sacred place, for it sits upon the great works of the builders. There, by our ancestors, all our thoughts are laid to rest. Few go there, my friend. It is not a place where our living walk. Is it dangerous? Those I bring to the island return the same way, or else not at all. It is home only to the dead. Spirits, shades of the builders remain and watch over Amthoth. Alright, I don't want to go across yet. Ooh. Well, that was interesting.
I hope our duties won't require us to linger too long.
Alright, well, I'll go back there in a second. That's going to take me to Old Song's Pass. Moonfrost. Let's go to the shrine real quick.
We can't stay down here. Someone must go to the nest eventually.
Two wood elves, a man and a woman, wear colorful robes embroidered with a matching emblem, a winged egg. Apart from their clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continually scowls at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers, his shade-dappled face as tranquil as the cloudless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, This is a disgrace.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the Winged Terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
What's the Winged Terror?
A dragon. One that has taken up residence in the Nest, the true temple of Helia, and slain many of her faithful. And one which Anuin has been in favor of killing from the beginning.
Anuin?
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anamfoth's ransom for the job.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. They'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon. But I suggest a smaller party, and one willing to seek Helia's blessing.
I can go after it.
You could.
What she means is that this is no mere drake, but a fully grown dragon, and one that has willingly moved into a populated area. You'll want every advantage at your disposal, including the blessing of the Sky Mother herself. I would suggest that you petition her directly at Ter Evron, if you haven't already.
You'd want to follow this path here. You'll pass through Northweld, but the way up the mountain continues from there. It's near one of the big circles laid by the builders. Something else. Go ahead then. A chanter named Dylan told me he could restore his district with the songs of his birds. Oh boy. And if he told you that you could jump off Mount Madern Bridge and sprout wings, would you believe that too? It's a foolish superstition and nothing more. The Queen of the Birds blesses us with her attendants so that we can hear their songs, not eat their flesh. Or do people from the Deadfire Archipelago eat their teachers? You are a rough bunch, or so I've heard. Nice.
You hear this, Wag?
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure she meant nothing by it. Forgive my consort. She's been rather excitable of late. This is not, as you seem to recognize, our actual temple. It's merely a shrine we've set up, after this business with the dragon. Why, she's the goddess of song, art, the sky, and maternity. She's gentle and brilliant, speaking to her followers in dreams, inspiration, and birdsong. It is said that she wears a cloak adorned with a feather from every bird known to kith or wilder, and that she manifests in the flocks themselves.
Aye, and in the screams of childbearing, which I can assure you is not so beauteous a thing.
And this is true, which is why midwives are widely considered clergy of Helia, as are many artists and poets. In any case, those of us who follow her feel closest to her splendor in a place where we might share light, song, and a view of the blessed sky.
Has this sort of thing happened before? Never, or our order would have started to resemble the Fangs a long time ago. How did the dragon come to be here? With a great beating of wings and a fiery roar. Who knows why those beasts come and go? It's here, and that's what matters. Only the gods know why it happened. I suspect it's a test of faith from Helia herself. When did the dragon first show up? It was several weeks ago. The creature cloaked the sky like a thundercloud and descended upon us all at once. There was no warning. Perhaps there's a reason to happen now. Let us be clear. You suggest that there's some misdeed in our midst, that we've committed a crime against our goddess or some other, and received our just punishment. Oh, one, please. I don't know why these things happen, why our own mother goddess allowed scores of her followers to perish along flames. If you ever discover why, I invite you to come back and tell us the rest of us. Can you ever tell me the dragon? After a pause, she says nothing. That's all I wanted to know. Goodbye. Okay. Oh no, burning on the stakes, no! That wasn't cool at all. Fangs.
Arensi has no right to defend that cowering cat in the back of the maw.
Then track her down and tell her yourself.
Come to see the great Oernos, Estremor? He's out for a hunt, but he'll be back. Unlike that lioness, he doesn't stay cooped up in here for long.
I can't. Alright, let's go and face
Because she holes up at the back of the maw, surrounded by her pride and the natural hazards of this place. It's not the proper way to meet a challenger. She's got to come out and face Oernos to keep her claim. Anyway, her prime is past. Putting that old beast down would be a mercy at this point. We wait for the big confrontation, but the wait grows exhausting. While Sul hides in the back of the maw, Oernos is denied his victory, and we're all denied the champion we deserve.
I can take care of it. I hate to spoil the tradition of a big showdown, but if she retreats from her fight, then there's no point in waiting to kill her, and that'll be proof enough that she's not a fit champion.
Look, Estromor, this is no place for sightseeing. The beasts of Galawain's Maw are dangerous, and now more than ever. If you want to see some pretty Glanfathan places, go to Elm's Reach.
What's wrong with
They won't
beasts?
fight. It would be an honor to the Hunter God.
The Maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often, a challenger comes along and the two battle for territory, but Sul remains in her den, and Oernos can't confront her there. Now, two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds and thinning patience around here, too. And this waiting, it's not the deliberate, watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. But I am powerless to act. One half of the fangs will cry favoritism if I try to drag the lioness out by myself. I don't know about the two predators. There's never been more cunning hunter than Sul, but some say she's losing her edge. Oernos, on the other hand, is all edge, and many of our number think that he's rightful successor. Blood's simmering. It's going to boil over if the little doesn't spill soon. Your favorite, Sul or Oernos? I see both sides. Sul's cunning is unmatched, but Oernos is mightier too. Both embody traits prized by Galawain. I'm unbiased. No harm in letting you try, I suppose. Anything's better than this endless waiting. If you can somehow bring this to a resolution, these tensions will end. If not, the beast will make short work of you. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the Maw, but you understand that you do so at your own risk, and Sul's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Still, perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do whatever you can to end this stalemate. Alright. What's this? The Book of the Hunt. Sure, I'll take it. Bone pins. Pierce the hide map at the handful of locations. Okay, before I do that, let's go over here and find out what's over here. If anything. Oh, wait. Stones at the edge of town, slick with beaten moisture. The remains of a broken bridge and long collapse lead to the deep chasm. On the other side of the bridge pierces through the mist. The broken stones of the bridge, weathered after centuries of disrepair, are scattered along the edge of the side of the chasm. A thin mist rises from below. The stones are coated with slick green moss, making them impossible to grip safely. The wooden beams lodged between the stones on either side of the bridge seem sturdy enough to support your weight, however. The remains of a broken bridge, blah blah blah. Okay, so toss your rope and grappling hook across the chasm. I don't need to right now. I can wait. Let's
laying low.
let's see, lion, clansman. I guess hopefully not gonna die.
Stand together. Stand together.
Just do that. Wow, she's taking a really long time to go down.
That's for my friends!
No, why aren't you pausing?
Leave it to...
That was weird. Alright, well, I have to figure out what to do with you, because you died. What do you got here? Minus to perception. That's
I'm
not
here.
bad.
Slowly now.
That's to go out, I'm guessing.
How about that?
Nice. Oops. Tanglefoot, okay.
I shall be discreet.
How about that?
Yeah, I feel like... Oh no. I couldn't disarm this trap. So I'm gonna have to one by one you suckers.
Hey.
Oop. Alright, well, you can stay here. You can go...
Hi?
No, who's that? That's a Aloth. Alright, Aloth, you need to go up that way.
Hi?
Now, Aloth, I need you to... do that. I need you to at least somehow... yeah, you're gonna... Everybody needs to get out of that, so... Alright, why are you still stealth? Alright, and then... You're not still stealth, you're not still stealth, you are still stealth. Alright, and then it's me and Blue. Alright, guys.
That's it!
Alright, Blue, attack that thing. Nope, that one. Alright, Blue, you are doing this so wrong. There we go. Supplicant. If ignored, minor reputation with the Bay. Send escort? Tank. Tank can go. Thick snarled tangle of dagger-sharp thorns and vines has grown across this passage. As you look on, the entire wall of vegetation seems to move, almost like it were breathing. Thick coils of vines twist and writhe across the gap with a quiet rustle of foliage. Examine the vines. Through the gaps of the twisting vegetation, you catch a brief glimpse of what seems to be a wide circular chamber. From time to time, you catch sight of tawny hides, and the rustling of the vines is briefly obscured by low growls. Okay. Alright, that's new.
Shh.
Interesting.
Death ring. That was close and lucky. Alright. It looks like there's more this way. Alright, guys.
Yes?
Let's try and get past the trap here.
What?
I'm ready.
No.
Hey.
Actually, I think blue can go ahead and trigger that trap. Or not. Okay,
I'm here.
guess not.
Keeping an eye out.
I'm no help here.
Lam beyond seek.
Curses! Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
I'm here. Interesting.
Alright, it's just Tanglefoot, so that's not bad. Huh. Who dis? Oh, I'm guessing that was from the other side. Okay.
Eyes open.
I'm here. Look there!
Hey. Hey.
There we go.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
I'm here.
Nice and quiet.
Look there!
Interesting. Yes, my method of finding traps is to just walk onto them. It's the Dragon Age method. Why can't I find out what that says? Ah, oh well. Okay, well, I think everybody is good to come on down.
Yes?
Not on the thing.
I'm here.
Nope. Got a quick save. Lions, yep, there they are. An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Soul's domain, Estromar. She shall not leave it for Orneros or any other challenger. Why does Soul refuse to face Orneros? Orneros is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear's supporters want is for Soul to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. Why should she? If Soul has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. Lioness gives a growl, and Erency smiles. Also, Soul has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Soul or Orneros. But if Soul is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds, such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. We truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here with Soul? Defending the rightful champion of Galawain's maw. Orenos supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on his own. Yeah, I'll deal with him. Good, that bear isn't nearly as strong as Eden, his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear can be killed, that would cure every one of their delusions about it. Bear. I think Blueberry might object, but that's okay. Pass your lines. Cool. Who's that?
Aye?
I'm here.
For the love of God. Okay, cool. Okay, they're back over here. Everybody's kind of beat. I'm gonna save and see if I can do this without having to use my stuff. That'll be hilarious if I can. Alright. Sai spinning his axe by his shaft. Too much waiting. Something's gotta happen soon. Orenos isn't the rightful
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
Rouse. Try me. Alright. This is gonna suck. Blue. Get that. Pellegrinia, where are you? Get that. You can get that guy. And you can do the thing.
I'm ready.
Oof, she's gonna get ruffle stomped. Okay. And then also that. And then you are going to need Let me try that. You need to do this. These guys.
Peckworth and Rough!
Oh yeah, she went down pretty fast actually. Dang it, he went down.
Post the knuckle.
Where are you? Nope, that's what I want. Good night, Level. Thanks for coming. Oh yeah, you're doing that thing. That's great. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, you two need to attack him. You need to not die. You need to get on this guy fast.
That's not very...
Yep, Arinos is gonna just keep killing me. Draw strength, yep. Can you consume potions beforehand? I don't even know.
Very helpful.
Nothing I can do!
Wow, I am not good at this at all. No, you stay out of this. You're in there.
I don't suppose we could rest a spell.
Nah. Have to rest before this fight. Okay, there is at least one mage on this thing. Okay, load. Right there. Quick save. Yes, they are. And I'm really crappy at the higher end of this. But sucks that I can't change the difficulty. Now I'm gonna try and sleep. Nope. I want Beast. and DR is good for you. Oh, hey. Your eyes open to a familiar scene. Durant sits with his staff laid across his lap, a malignant flame sprouting from one end. He is difficult to make out, his features soft, bleeding together, but the staff you can see clearly, its etchings aglow in molten orange. Though Durant's face is difficult to distinguish, there is no mistaking the hardened expression, the furrowed brows. His voice hisses and sputters, low and unintelligible, as though having a private argument with the staff. Traces of spittle catch the firelight as they fly from his lips like sparks. And to your surprise, there is a female figure behind him. You are about to call out a warning when you realize it is the Magran statue where you met Durant at the fork. And she seemed almost alive for a moment. Her cast shadow seemed as if it was moving, cloaked, and then it is still, frozen with the night at its back. Examine the staff. There is something odd about one of the symbols, a circle of 12 smaller circles. One of the small circles glows brightly, but the other 11 give off little light. They flicker and fade like dying embers. Between his hissing curses, Durant lowers his face close to the staff and blows on the fading circles with panicked rapidity, coaxing light from them. But they do not ignite. One by one, the light of the circles dies and smoke rises from their ashes. Only one still burns. Durant hurls the staff at his feet and it clatters to the ground. Its edges have become soft, difficult to find. Like its owner, the staff has become a blur. You close your eyes and reopen them, and Durant is there, picking up his staff from the ground, but the blur is gone and you are awake. I'm gonna guess the 12 souls of the people that did the thing. Okay, we'll find out from Durant's after we get our butts handed to us.
Certainly.
How's that sound? Okay, I'm gonna have you stand
Of course.
right here. Blue, stand right there. That guy.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Good.
there. I'm pretty sure that was the mage. And then
I'm here.
us. Just right here sounds good. And then I think I should be able to at least down my potions now. I don't know. I'll try. We'll find out. Okay, maybe not.
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones...
Okay. How about this? Everybody drinks their potion. Potion did I give you? Sure. I gave you a beer. That was probably a bad idea. It's okay. Gave you murder potion. Speed potion. Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, everybody drink their thing. Now I need you guys to attack this guy. And you guys. And you to be attacking him. Okay, I need you to save him. Nope. damage totals for these people.
That's it! That's it!
That's not a significant amount of health. Oh my goodness. Just in case.
That's it! That's it!
Okay, that guy's dead. No, he's not dead yet. Now he's dead, I think. Okay, I need to revive my pet or I'm useless. Oh, you're getting dead. You're probably gonna die. No, you're supposed to do that, and then...
My mind feels sharp.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Alright. Okay. I'll have to wait on you just for a moment.
Christine.
Did that work? I don't even know. Apparently it kind of worked, sort of. Where's the... Alright, well now she's dead, which is good. Alright, that bear's is dead. You are no longer... Can I revive you again? Nope, I only get once.
Don't even slow it.
Alright, I think this is the only thing that's left.
That's not...
Hiding in there.
That's it! Hey.
All this junk. Mine now.
I'm here.
She has a wrench knee.
Certainly.
I hate that. Alright, well. Let's go find out. Try again. There we go. Okay. Nothing? There we go. I'm dealt Urnos. You chose well. Soul's cubs will grow up to be quick and fierce, and so will the Fangs follow their example. Thank you for resolving this, Estermore. Oh yeah, I probably should check and see what my reputation with these guys is going to be. Daffodge. I'm still neutral with them. House Stonemel, yeah, I'm a terror. Dozens, I'm a villain. Champion. Oh, I guess that must be bugged. Oh well. I could probably go across that way, but there's no point. Because there's just a door right here. Wait. Come back.
Still looking around? Watch your step. Tempers run hot around here, and not just among the animals.
Dealt with the situation between Soul and Urnos. And Soul remains champion. Many of the Fangs are gladdened to see her stay. Perhaps it's Galawain's way of telling us to remember our roots and prize our cunning as hunters. Thank you for help. Currid. I wonder what that is. May Galawain guide your path. Take this with our thanks. He seems to send a You might visit Ter Everon to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors for those who prove themselves. Now, do I have a reputation with them? Gilded Direct, neutral. Still neutral. Okay. Okay, what's this one? A priest of Andra and a crew of greedy sailors were all it took to row Kana out to the spot where Alessa and Pilana's ghosts were singing. Unfortunately, the chaos of the storm overturned the small boat. Kana, the priest, and the sailors were all plunged deep into the grace of Samina? Miraculously, most of them emerged in a great sea cave near Barda. Though the entrance of the cave was hidden from the surface, the interior held wonders that had not been seen for generations. Sunken warships, trade vessels, and remnants of the unlucky travelers that had fallen victim to the grace in the past. Kana and the ragtag group discovered a tribe of survivors that had persevered in the caves through cannibalism and limited raiding. Oh no. Their extensive time in the cave had left them unintelligible and wild. Though some attacked the crew of the recently sunk boat, Kana was able to scare the others off. Eventually, the group found their way to a pile of bones that contained the remains of Alessa and Pilana. The Andrate priest buried the pair together and performed a service with over their bodies. With that, the spirits retreated from the world and toward the beyond. And I got swap endurance. Huh. That's cool. How much longer until this is complete? Finished in 16 hours, okay. Well, I guess I can leave this way.
You must gather your party before.
Okay. I think that's where you come out. What's in here? I think I'm going to talk to Durance because now he's talkative. But first, I sleep. Actually, no. We'll talk. And what must you say now? I'm going to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Another vision of you.
You see many things that aren't there, Watcher. Perhaps the symbol was for your disappearing sanity, and we are to bid it farewell while you still have the wits to grieve for it.
I saw a symbol with 12 circles. What does it represent?
That symbol? The Godhammer.
And it was the Godhammer symbol I saw extinguished on your staff.
No riddle there, Watcher. It took 12 of us to build the Godhammer. Afterward, I took my leave of all of them to see what Margren had in store for me. I've seen none of them since.
Are you sure there isn't more to that?
Your kind has a way of interpreting its visions to fit the version of the truth you like best. But Margren's flame leaves no room for interpretation. Waste the time of others with your distortions and your fever dreams.
I know what I saw.
It's always the way of the mad to try to convince others of a reality only they can see. But when your doctrine's the truth, it requires no convincing, only an opening of the eyes. I would purify you, Watcher, if I thought it would help. The cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
Why were we supposed to meet? It's the why of it. The why of it is you're a Watcher. A Watcher runs two roads of why. For me, it's more a matter of what. There was a time when I wouldn't have spared a thought for your words or even bothered with you, but now seeking out Watchers is what I do to put the truth to them, to see which of the two ways they bend. Two ways are those. Either you're a dry field in need of a harvest burning. He frowns for a moment, his eyes flat, or you're lost in the darkness. Either way, you can see differently from others. I can tell by the way you notice the staff first off. Not many can see it at first, nor the etchings of the flames, but your eyes trace the path. That I could see. So which are you, a dry field or lost in darkness? The day we don't trade that question back and forth is the day our paths no longer need to be joined, and the trial is done. So you don't know either. You know this nation is diseased. Don't need to be a watcher to see that in the children, the politics, the men that stalk the roads with knives in hands and murder on their eyes. This land needs life again, new seeds planted in the burned soil. And something tells me you can see the path to making that future happen, Watcher. Your kind always does. So then we need to make sure you see truly now. This nation, its people, don't need more lies blinding them, nor do I. You test the truth. Don't blindly accept it. How do you plan to test me? Sharing the road, of course. One truth to match another. Matching each other's pace, keeping rhythm. Other priests can keep their teachings and rantings. For my faith, my teaching, sharing the road is a simple, hard truth. And when you knock one truth against the leg of another, why both legs stand firm. But now, if you strike a lie at the knee with the same force, why, you make a cripple with but one leg to stand on. Is that why you carry that staff? Is that why I... Launch another volley of words, blinks, and then he rolls his head back and laughs deep, the laughter coming until it seems the air will run out of his lungs, until it seems forced. Perhaps your words are worth listening to, Watcher. But the truth will win out. Keep pace and we'll see. Something
The
else?
cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
I want to know more about you. Where are you from?
Where I hail from? From one of Magren's fires. A cathedral, ashfall, made of blackened trees. I studied the scriptures there. The fires carved into the land, the trunks of the burnt trees, and in the factories where the rifles and cartridges were shaped. All are chapels in other devotions.
You're more curious about it than most of Magren's faithful. What else can you tell me about Ashfall? More to tell. It is one of the greatest fires of Magren, the High Seat. Some say the blackest, not of evil, but of ash, all that remain after fire is fed. I called it a cathedral before, that's not the full truth of it. It's more a battlefield. It lies in the heart of the War of Black Trees. Its timber is built from the burnt forest there, each timber blessed by fire in one of Magren's greatest battles. Many of us helped shape the war effort there, with flames and firearms. Keep troubling me, and I may extend the tithe bowl for each question. Enough questions for now. Let the road keep us until next campfire. Bah, you're...
I'm here.
What? Oh, okay, I'm gonna sleep. Just in case. Visgel. A pale elf searches you with ice-blue eyes. She shifts and knits her fingers together. Welcome to Noonfrost. Most of the temple is currently closed for sacred ceremonies to Rimgrad. She forces a smile and waves to the eastern doorway. The shrine is to your right. You're welcome to make your offerings to Rimgrad there, but the rest of the temple is off limits. Why is the most temple closed? As I said, we're in the middle of sacred ceremonies. They're rather complex and we don't permit outsiders to witness them. Others of my clan get rather touchy about them, which is why you should visit the shrine and take your leave. If that's all, tell me about Rimgard. He's the god of cold, entropy, and collapse. Many see him as a harsh god, but few recognize that he also gives life in his own way. All things wind to a merciful end in his shadow, only to feed creation elsewhere. But he's a silent god, and his ways are mysterious. To follow him is to accept inevitability without explanation. In this matter, and in the legacy, it seems the gods are often silent when we most crave guidance. What are you doing here? My clan journeyed from the white winds to pay homage to Rimgrad here at Noonfrost. We'd learned that this place had been abandoned for several years, and we felt it is our duty to tend to one of our god's oldest temples. It's been a long journey, but Rimgrad's demanded endurance. No doubt he will reward us for ours. Goodbye. Side to the right. Water as well as frozen solid, trapping small fish from the lake underneath the temple. Boop boop. Refracted light dapples the icy mirror behind the statue. wanderer. Entering beyond all doors is forbidden. Do not trespass against their will. Okay. Each line and wrinkle of this warrior's weather-beaten frown has been chiseled from the ice. I'm not gonna steal their freaking tithe. No farther. Okay, where's the shrine? Pages of this tome glisten under a thick layer of frost.
It's no trouble. There you go.
Laying low.
Not sure how I feel about this.
Oops. Okay, so I wasn't supposed to come in here. I'll reload. The quick save, where is it? Auto, quick save. Yeah. I did not want to actually get into combat. I just wanted to see how far I could sneak. They said there was a shrine, though. I didn't see no shrine.
I'd be glad to.
Oh, I guess that was it, where all those people were. Alright, well, nothing to see here, folks. Well, actually, I guess I could try to talk to somebody. I didn't talk to anybody because nobody was named. Paladin, Hunter. That's it? Or healer, okay. Yep, that's it. See what's in Northfield. Oh, this.
Laying low.
Stop!
Shh.
Found the ruins where Usman camped. There are signs of battle everywhere. Tracks on the ground run directly east, probably made by the expedition while trading into battle.
Gotcha!
Arrows, is crude and fletched with bright feathers protrude from the corpse.
I'm here.
Keeping an eye out.
Woohoo, the gardens are complete. Which means... means I only have two things left to buy. Cool. Let's see here. Tracks and bloodstains continue further east. So I wonder if I could just go this way. Leather pack belonging washed down the current river gleams like red rocks.
Our dogless Valiant isn't... doing so well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to sleep. Just got a wretched shoulder. That's not good. Wilder.
Yes?
Shh.
Nope. Can't get that. This boot lies half buried in mud on the riverbank. It's been flushed from upstream.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
I'd be glad to.
Oh no, what's this?
What do you suppose happened to him?
Form. Beneath the raging waterfall, the corpse of an elven Gladfathan hunter lies shattered against the rocks. Broken bones protrude through his skin, but you also notice deep parallel cuts in the rotting flesh. The slashes trace almost every part of the body as if and ravaged by a dozen blades. This man probably died before his fall from the cliffs above. You touch the dead elf's forehead, droplets of water glistening down its purple surface, and feel a sudden jolt from the hunter's lingering essence. The world around you fades away. You're walking among the underbrush without making a sound. Moonlight catches sight of your arms, shining them pale. But you quickly dart again into the shadows of the giant trees of the North Weald. Your blood brother is not so deft as you expected. Look at him, frail, unaware. He doesn't deserve to share the glory of this hunt. It's been countless seasons since a Stelgar like this one, twice the size of its lesser kin, has roamed the forest near Twin Elms. Earthwind fell for the trick. You almost feel pity for him, but you've convinced yourself that he'd only get in the way once the killing begins. He'll be safer by the river, expecting that we'll flank the Stilgar when it comes out to drink, but this kill will be only yours. The Stilgar is larger than you imagine. It stands without fear atop the waterfall's ridge, silhouette cutting a monstrous hole against the mantle of the night sky, a beast of legend, a true hunter. Your hand tightens around the shaft of your father's spear. The weight feels balanced just right as you prepare to throw. You put everything into it. The spear flies true and hits its mark. The Stilgar didn't even hear the sound. Its blood spills bright on the rocks, yet it stands unfazed. The beast pounces. Moonlight shines over its great fangs. Your hands draw your blades without a second thought as you lunge forward to meet this monster. It's fast. It's ripping your flesh apart. You stab at the darkness engulfing you deep again and again, but there is no slowing its embrace. Apparently
Yes?
he...
I'll see what I can find.
And did not make it out.
I shall be discreet.
Stand together!
I'm here.
Laying low.
That's not good.
Alright, for right now, I'm just gonna...
Someone!
Oh, why are you doing that? Oh, that's not good. Oh, he's stunned. He's not gonna be able to...
How may I help?
That's for my...
No, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be doing the other thing. Nope. You are supposed to be doing... Oh, doesn't matter. Okay. What is doing that?
Just... I'm...
There we go.
soon for the wheel!
Ugh, I'm no help here.
Okay, then I'm gonna try to revive you.
I'm ready.
think... Come on, Palachina, hang in there.
It's all right.
Mo.
Kind of stuck.
Stunned again.
Stuck over here.
I'm soon. Mow it.
You need to get back to...
I'm ready.
Okay, now everybody needs to attack this thing. Somehow.
Someone felled the feist.
Okay, I just kept summoning crap now. Yeah. Suck at this game. Gosh darn it. Alright, where was I at? 3 months, 11 days. Quick save. I think this is the same one. Probably have to do this whole section again. See you Saturday, bub. I'm not long for this stream. Getting really frustrated with this game because I cannot stand the combat, but the story is really good.
I'd be glad to. Certainly.
Really? Everybody's just gonna sit there?
Absolutely.
Alright. Hints.
Slowly now.
Garden is complete. I think it's gonna be, what was it? Library, that's right.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
dart.
I'd be glad to.
This is going to be the other half of that. Over a ground hardened by dried blood and stomped leaves, the corpse of a giant Stilgar crawls with flies. Its flesh has been pierced and cut as if stabbed by spears and slashed with swords. You touch the dead Stilgar's flank, a cloud of flies stirs into the air, and suddenly you feel the creature's remaining essence. The world around you fades. The pack rests, rock shelter the young, full bellies. You turn away and look beyond the trees. The moon breaks over their swaying canopy. A scent in the air stirs a tingling in your mouth. You slide into the shadows, the taste of the hunt filling your nostrils. Light shines on the stones by the water that falls. Prey down below, two-legged, hair like dry grass. It moves near the water that flows, thin legs, slow, noisy, unaware. It holds a sharp stick. Two-legged hunter, weak hunter, prey. Closer, prey. Bright moon, prey. Into the dark. Pain, pain on your side. A sharp stick pokes out of your flank. You roar and shake it. It snaps, breaking on the stones. Wet stones, your blood. Leaves rustle, you look. Another two-legged, another hunter, thick legs, silent steps, striped face, strong hunter, enemy. You leap, aiming at its neck. It moves fast. Your claws find flesh, ripping it deep, ripping it down. Wet leaves. Two-legged blood. It howls, it fights back. Long claws cut through the air. They slash at your flesh. More pain, sharp pain. You strike, it strikes. Hot blood in your claws. Hot cuts on your chest. The world goes red. Your strength fails. You can't breathe. The two-legged hunter looks down. What ground? Our blood. Sharp stick above its head. Bright moon above its head. Strong hunter. The world goes dark. Okay, so that's the other half. Bottom half is that guy down there. No, I can't.
Eyes open.
Stand Stand together!
Hey.
I'm here.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Nothing? Okay. I thought you were going to bed. Oh, right. Resolve the stalemate between the dear Woody expectation and the fangs. Honestly, this suck. Stop. Friend or foe? Man in blood-soaked armor points his blade at you, is wounded, and wary comrades flock into position behind him. Trickle of blood runs from a cut on his brow down his neck, staining the locket worn on a gold chain. You're not Glanfathan. He tightens his grip on his sword handled by Magren. Friend or foe, I said. Calm down, I'm a friend. Swordtail pointing at you, the man gives you a sideway glance at his companion nods. The mercenaries lower their weapons, a rare and welcome sight, friends this far from home. He gives a concerned look to his mercenary company. Look at us, hiding in the rocks and holding in our guts. The fangs, they bloodied us, and now we're trapped. So what happened? Resourceful girl. We assume the Glenfathans killed her before coming upon us. I'm relieved she's alive, doubly relieved she brought help. Tribesmen ambushed us as we made camp. The fight was a lopsided slaughter. In the melee, someone tripped through the campfire. We were lucky in that regard. The stench of burning flesh and the choking smoke obscured the scene, and a few of us managed to withdraw. We ran into these ruins to regroup, but now we're trapped. The face painters are just south of our position, and they have us cornered. No doubt they're happy to let us starve while they rest and rebuild their strength before attacking anew. This is where we'll make a last stand. Can you flee to the north? We could run that way, maybe even evade the Glenfothans if we're quick, but we've spotted a pack of Stelgers up there. Give the option. I'd rather face some face painter kill me right quick than die a slow bite to a feral cat. She's knocking. Positive? This is for my son, for when he's old enough to be trusted with such things. Born a few months ago, not hollow. Halai be praised. Told my beloved the child would want for nothing. Probably should have also promised her I wouldn't throw my life away treasure hunting in Eire Glenfoth. I was hoping the boy gets his smarts from his mother's side. Yeah, they were not going to trouble you. All of them? Hear that, boys? Looks like we got a way out. Get to it. Cheer, their voices kindle with purpose and spring into march. As Mar raises his fist and shakes it, the locket dances as ejected into life. The captain nods and gives you one last look before joining his companions. The question is, are the Glenfothans going to be hostile towards me? Probably.
Shh.
Oh, I guess they're not. That's cool. That's nice. You aided the mercenaries foreigner. Now we will cleanse his men. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Mine has to That didn't work. Okay. Do your second thing. No, you're supposed to be doing the second one. Me too. Oh, didn't work. That's fine. We got screwed because we got put on that side, so whatever. You know, I don't want to fight them. If I can avoid them, I'm going to avoid them. It looks like it's a dead end down there anyway, so I don't need to go down south.
At once.
That's about as far south as I need to go.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Stand together!
That's it!
I'm here.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
There be a cave. Wonder what's in the cave.
These ones are in for a walk. Let's have
Certainly. It's no use!
Gotcha! That's it!
I don't know what that is, but I don't like it.
It's no use!
What are we standing in? I don't even know. Now you're stuck.
My vehicle.
Why are you not doing anything now?
Kinda stuck over here.
Someone fell from Feisty Beach. Moe. Dixie Anna. Gotcha.
Hey.
Varathus!
Why is it not working? Oh, shit.
Breathe only.
Okay. Okay. He can't heal or something? Why the freak isn't he healing?
What? Moe X.
Oh, apparently he's man. That's great.
Moe. Moe. Moe Ixi. Moe.
Just get...
That was close.
Course.
Sneak attack. Oh, okay. We're just gonna sleep. Right here. No questions asked. Alright.
I'm here.
Now we leave.
Margren's fire.
I think I'm gonna go back to Caed Nua. Let's see what's going on over there before I keep going this way. I don't want that. The nest. Pilgrim Shrine. Old Cave. I want to go back this way because I need to find out what the heck's going on with the Lord. What's his name? And maybe by then my library should be finished.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Oh yay, the thief left. Yay, library construction complete. And I think there's only one thing left to build. The lab.
Hail and well met.
What you got? Okay. Gonna have to get more camp supplies.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
I think he got stuck. Ooh, the maze. All right. Yep, now I'm just being really boring and looking things over. Oh, this is the last thing. This is the lab. This is it. And then once this is done... Alright, I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna go and quit the stream for now, because the next thing I want to do is probably gonna take a bit, and it's already midnight, and I'm getting tired, and when I get tired, I get sloppy, more so than usual. So, I'm still struggling with the combat with this game, mostly because it's not the style that I like. So I'm just kind of suffering through it. But the story is really good. So I guess I will continue to suffer. I will try to use more potions, like what Evil told me I should. But thank you guys for suffering through this with me till the bitter end. And I will possibly stream tomorrow. I don't know. I've got some prep to do for my game on Saturday, but I will not be streaming this weekend. Probably not until Sunday night, if that. Alright, so everybody have a good night. What's going on in Kiwi? And, yeah.